Giving me an up-close and personal view. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the JoAnne Powell Show. I'm JoAnne. We're coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.TV, Hollywood. The LA riots traumatized those living in the Los Angeles area. It was 25 years ago when violence erupted in the streets of South Central Los Angeles and in other parts of the city. Joining me now is Dr. Cynthia Powell, who was in charge of coming up with an evacuation plan to keep a group of children safe. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me again. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We are taking a reflective look back 25 years ago to the riots in Los Angeles. Now, at the time, you had group homes and there were children in these homes in South Central, in the area of Linwood, and some of the other areas where the hotbed of this violence erupted. Tell me about that day when you found out what was going on.
I can't even believe that it's been 25 years. Mm-hmm. It seems like it was just a few days ago. Mm-hmm. It was such an impacting moment in all of our lives. We didn't just have to think about our safety. We also had to think about the safety of 12 wards of the court children that were under our care in the city of Linwood. We had one of the sites that was in the kind of midway in the heart of Linwood, and then the other site was about 8 buildings away from Long Beach Boulevard, where all the action was, where a lot of the vandalism and the burning of the buildings were. And I can remember seeing buildings that were, they were bordered up, and then they would say Black owned, mm-hmm. so that they were hoping that their buildings would be safe from all the fire and destruction. So once we heard about what was going on that was so close to our little darling youth, I had to find a safe haven for them. So we had a curfew, which everyone had to be in the home by 6 o'clock at night. The city had put that out. So I had to get them evacuated out before the curfew, and I had to see what staff would be able to go out of the city, out of LA County, and wouldn't have to come back into the city until daylight. So I had to see staff that would be able to work overnight.
So when you saw what was happening, what was your first thought? I mean, you have children. What were their ages?
2 to 8 years old. So okay. The first thing was I knew that they didn't really comprehend what was going on. I knew that they had already come from disruptive type homes, and I knew that they needed to be safe. We were there to protect them and keep them from any type of vandalism or any type of hurt or harm. We didn't know if any of the looters were going to come up the street mm-hmm. that our facility was at. That was the concern that I had. So we took them from that area, and we actually took them out of county, and we notified the state and the county, though of course no one was at their office, needless to say, but we did let them know that we had evacuated all of them with staff, mm-hmm. their clothes, their schoolwork and everything, and food to a safe location, which was actually hotels in Anaheim.
Now, when did your staff kind of call you, talk to you? Were they concerned about what was going on as well?
Well, I was at one of the facilities, but I wasn't at the one that was the closest to to all the vandalism, but I was at the other one that was closer to Atlantic Boulevard. So when they called me and said, turn on the TV, see what's going on. And then I called another person that was a CEO as well as another facility to see what they were doing. Mm-hmm. And that particular person was actually at one of the gatherings at one of the churches where the politicians and the preachers were urging that everybody, if they did have to speak what they were feeling, mm-hmm. just to do nonviolent kind of way. And then what ended up happening later on that evening, when she got out of that meeting, she said that so much of the Slauson Boulevard that the church was, right off of, was on fire, and there were just people everywhere. She took her scarf off her head that had African American colors, the red, black, and green, and held it out the window so that she could get to the Harbor Freeway without being taken out of her car and beaten. Because you know how it is, once people get into that crowd mode, their energy gets high, heightened.
Well, we definitely saw a lot of that. I know people were reflecting on the mindset of everybody. They just had it. There was a boiling point of the underlying, things that had happened in the past that kind of erupted when all this went down. But I know you must have been very concerned about the safety of the children and your staff at that time.
Yes, because my staff were human too. I mean, they lived in the neighborhood where a lot of this was happening. They'd even had relatives that had had some type of encounters with police officers. So it wasn't just getting the children to safety, it was keeping the staff as calm as possible as well. So I had two variables that I was looking into, and then trying to figure out who was going to actually load all the items in the vehicles and in the vans, and then actually we had to have all the clients' medical records in case, something did occur while they weren't, at the center. So we had to take all of their court records, everything, so that we would be prepared for anything. So we basically had to set up a similar residential care facility in the hotel that we were able to secure.
Now, did you ever have a thought that maybe your homes would be affected by what was going on? Because some people had their homes burned down, businesses were being burned and looted and things like that.
Without a doubt. The one home that was closest to the Long Beach Boulevard, I didn't expect it to survive because it was so close. I mean, you could actually smell the smoke, you could see the people, and I was hoping, I was looking at the news constantly once we got to safety to make sure that our street wasn't ablaze. The other site wasn't that close to Long Beach Boulevard. It was about 10 blocks away. So I wasn't as concerned about it, but definitely I felt the pain. I didn't know if some of our children's parents were out there. I was worried about their safety as well, because everybody was extremely explicit about the way that they were feeling.
Well, the one thing I think, looking back 25 years, there have been a lot of things that have gone into place to make change and to kind of heal some of those wounds. I'm sure there's more work to be done, but it is good to see the city kind of came together after that, kind of bridging a lot of those wounds and the hurt and the shock and the trauma. So hopefully moving forward, we'll be able to work together as a community and, kind of go from there.
That's truly my prayer. I really look forward to seeing peace and tranquility throughout, not just, South Central LA, but throughout our nation as well.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time out to come on the show and share your story. It is one of several stories of what was going on during that, explosive time here in the Los Angeles area. It is something that people will never forget, and that's a good thing because you want to remember so that something like that does not happen again. Well, we're gonna have to say goodbye this week. We'll be right back here Wednesday next week at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Until next week, I would like you to do something nice for someone in need. You're watching the JoAnne Powell Show.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult, like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
For years, people have trusted McKay's Family Mortuary. We're part of your community and we'll take care of the details. We offer a variety of memorial services, including sea scattering and cremation. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the average funeral cost is over $9,000. We have complete funeral chapel service starting at only $31.25, casket included. Direct cremation starting at only $9.95. Visit one of our 5 locations and meet our caring and diverse staff. McKay Family Mortuary. Let us be the shoulder to lean on.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. Considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.
Seize the day scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the day scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.